So welcome back. Once again, this is Kevin today doing a video for you on EverSolar TL1500 AS video troubleshooting for a relay output failure. So in the last video, we actually saw how to take this panel or the inverter off the wall and bring it onto the workbench so we could work on it. And in this video, we'll actually go ahead, open it and show you where the problem lies and how possibly you could resolve that particular issue. So before we go ahead, I want to stress out on the point, do not attempt this if you do not have any electrical experience, electrical background, or if you are not confident with dealing with electricity. These circuits are live, they are AC and DC, and they could probably give you a nasty bite and a kick and cause some serious damage. So do not attempt this if you do not have that confidence. Now, in spite of that, if you go ahead, make sure you're doing this during the day when you've got plenty of light, so you're not struggling and you're not under pressure to put this back. You've got someone with you, so in case there is an untoward incident, there is someone who can call for help so that all your aspects and grounds are covered, so you're not left by yourself struggling. I did mention that there are two isolation switches where this panel is fitted. You need to isolate that before you take this thing out completely, and there's probably one more isolation switch inside your main circuit breaker board where you have your meter reading. So you need to isolate it completely before you pull the quick connects for the AC and the DC side. I'll actually show you the quick connects over here. So you've got the AC and the DC side. Now, once you've done all that stuff, then you come to the next level where you've got 4 screws. So you got 1, 2, 3, and 4. You need a Torx T25 to actually open this particular cover. And I've already done this for us to save us some time. Taken the screws out. Once you've taken the screws out, that's what you're going to see on the inside. I'll bring the camera a bit more closer so we can have a closer look of what's on the inside. So I'm just going to focus this. Okay. Now, I pulled out some cables to make it easy, and I've dismantled a little bit to save us some time on this video. And I'll go ahead and explain a few things. Now, you don't really need to worry so much about the cable connections. They've already marked the connections where they go, so you can't really mix it up. It's quite straightforward and easy, but may still pay to actually take a photograph with the phone. Make sure you're getting everything that you want before you actually start pulling this apart. So cables have markings, they only go one way. You can't really miss that out. There are some heat sinks up here. As you can see, there's little white pieces. They do use a special kind of a glue to hold them down. If you ever get stuck pulling them because the glue has actually hardened up and is sticking to the back heatsink, you can use an awl and put it between the circuit board and actually lift it. You may struggle a little bit, you've got to be a little bit careful, but eventually they will release. So that's one problem that you will face, and that was a problem that I faced. So you need something like this. You can stick it between the circuit board and the heatsink at the back. Give it a little bit of lift cautiously, and the whole thing will actually lift. Now, the next thing, once you've done that, the whole circuit board will actually pop out. There are some guide points on the inside, so that will help locate the circuit board. Before we go there, and there are some screws. I'll show you the screws that actually hold the circuit board in place. So you just need to juggle this a little bit out carefully. Okay. And then you will see there are screws up here. I'll just point it out to you guys. So you'll find screws up here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Maybe around 10 screws, but clearly identified. You probably see these markings. That's where the screws are. So it's about 8 or 10, 12 screws maybe you need to take out. And this is the heat sink that I was talking to you about. that actually get stuck to the heatsink, these things up here, right? So be careful when you take it out. Now, I'll get the circuit board aside so we can talk more about this particular circuit board. Let me get this box out of the way. Okay, so the fault relays, or the fault that you actually have, are the two relays up here. I've actually taken them out. I'll bring it closer so you can actually see. I've taken them out, and that's the faulty relay. I actually misplaced one. I can't find. I probably threw it somewhere. I can't really see, but it's hard to read. I'm going to read it out for you. They're actually 10 amps at 250 volt. Now these two relays are the ones that actually cause the issue. Once you replace them, then hopefully there's nothing else wrong with this particular board, and you should be on your way generating power. You can buy the relays from Alltronics or JCA or RS Components. These are three places you can get the relays. But before we go ahead, there's one more important thing that I missed out. There's two. This is a display screen that gives you the error, and there is another component or circuitry that actually clips into place up here. I've taken these two out, so this one actually sits like this up here, and this one actually plugs into this. I'm just trying to work it out, how it actually goes. So, trying to work this out. So, it's important that these two, so you've got three screws up here, and they go into these three stanchions up here. There you go. So, this connects like this, and actually it fits up here. So make sure that you take these out before you pull the whole circuit board out of your inverter rigid box. Otherwise there's a good strong chance that you could cause some damage. So this needs to come out first, this one first, and then this one, and then the whole circuitry comes out. Once you've done that, you can desolder these two relays up here, install your new relays, and reverse the whole process, and hopefully that will resolve your issue and the fault is resolved. So that's all I have for you. Thanks for watching. Any questions, you can leave a comment down in the box and I'll try to answer it for you. Thanks for watching.